If you couldn't tell by the thumbnail and the title, this was very misleading. As guess what? This is not an SJW safe space. Unfortunately, I'll be giving you the cold and honest truth. It'll probably hurt like ripping a band aid off or pulling a splinter out. But that's just the truth. Let's kick it off with something that was recently happening in Far Cry 5. Now, recently, a few interviewers at GameSpot went over to the developers of Far Cry 5 Ubisoft Montreal to investigate and take a look in deeper into the game. However, when they went in, this is what I completely disliked, is that they went in with a different mindset. They did not go in with an open mind. They just went in with a full mind of something else. So when you go in with a full mind, with an open mind, you're basically ready to see what's going on. You're not ready to criticize immediately if they don't have something you don't like in particular. They just have something ready to go. You're just ready to see what's going on and then make your full-on opinion after seeing everything. One of them, however, saw that Herc's dad, the NPC of the game, was basically a conservative. At this point, he asked, why is this conservative in the game? Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? He's just got a quest giver. So in Far Cry, if somebody's a quest giver, most likely that means they are the good guy. And what made the guy confused, which is laughable, is he thought most likely that all conservatives were bad by context, but also made a black character just to piss off that character. Yeah, I don't think he was pissed off at all. The character was not pissed off, officially. Anyway, what I'm trying to say here is this. Not every single person in the minority or majority are evil or good, depending on where the hell you rank them. Every person is different. They may have different mindsets and point of views, but they're different in every way. They're not going to be the same if you put them in a majority or a minority. It will not fucking matter. What does matter is how kind that person is and what they are thinking. That's what matters. It's their traits that help them to help others, such as yourself. However, people have not been thinking of that. SJWs, you have not been thinking of that, unfortunately. This is no longer an SJW safe space for you. Right? Unfortunately, what you guys do is the same thing as trolls do on the internet, which is basically type away at forums to annoy the hell out of the creator in order for them to be pushed or motivated to join into your side, which is, well, your opinion. You do not want others to take your opinion away only for it to be dealt with a different hammer, because it's your opinion. You don't want nobody to take away your opinion. And unfortunately, in America, there are millions and millions of people with opinions, but here's the thing about them. They do not push it onto others. The truth is, what you instead try to do versus what you instead do is you try to make the world a better place. However, you're not making the world a better place. Instead, you're spreading social injustice by bullying others into joining your side, which quite literally is technically cyberbullying. Last time I checked, when people were kids, cyberbullying wasn't cool. And it also got people to kill themselves. So if that's what you're trying to do, then unfortunately I've lost all respect for you. Because if I had to bring up a social justice warrior, I would think of Gandhi, fighting to save his people from tyranny of Great Britain. That's a good one, isn't it? Yeah, and he was, Indian. Then there's another guy. There was Martin Luther King. He was fighting for the civil rights movement. He wanted equal rights for blacks, so you can count him as a social justice warrior. However, you're not acting like him. You instead are fucking bullying people, messing with their strings, and manipulating them to join your side factually, and just getting rid of their opinion. But hell, I could also say that William Lloyd Garrison was an SJW, because guess what? He was an abolitionist writer. Then I may as well include Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Lucien Mott, and even Harriet Beecher Stowe. Those are examples of SJWs that did their job right and helped many in the long run. They helped a lot of people. However, what you doing, this new generation of social justice warriors now, I may as well just call them out and say, you're being a bunch of assholes. You're disgracing everybody in the past. Not only are you doing that, but you're most likely pissing them off in their graves if they actually could speak. Because at this rate, I'm getting tired of seeing this crap. I'm tired of people having these one stock off opinions saying, hey, if you're in this part of the group or in this part of the group, you're bad. Yeah, and every black person in the hood is bad too. I may as well say that as my good old retort. But guess what? Not every black person in the hood's bad. And hell, sometimes not even black people that are in the hood once in a while. So I may as well just be jumping around making conclusions like a lot of SJWs do continuously, along with making assumptions and jumping at straws or grasping at them. It's annoying. And you're not only restricting creativity, but you're just making it a bit more pivotal that you don't want that in your home. You don't want creativity in your home. Meaning, hey, if I want to make the next iPhone and I'm a guy, I can't do it. I'll be fucking provoked and I'll be messed with because I'm a black guy who wants to make the next fucking iPhone. White straight male. Now, unfortunately, I've heard some dumbass shit from certain SJWs. Sorry if I got a little vulgar there, but it's just stupid and along with ignorantly dumb. If I have to call you an ignoramus just to prove my point to you, then there's some hilarious things. Like, for example, anybody know that meme where that white guy says, but you're a white straight male. You're a fucking white straight male. And that guy over there is basically the same damn thing, but he's just screaming what the hell he is. You know how stupid and untruthful that can be sometimes? Yeah. Along with to prove another bit of a point, you're just not doing much. Instead, you're just making people very frustrated at you, about to hate you in some cases, and just disliking your behavior. You're like a 5-year-old who wants to provoke somebody to fight you. And trust me, I've basically fought a lot of bullies in my lifeline, but shit, you guys are the biggest bullies of all, because nobody can reach you. Nobody can attempt to identify your logic. Nobody can attempt to argue against your logic. Your logic is basically fucked. Even if I try to argue against it, you're probably making up an excuse right now, which is self-pride enough to try and say I'm the better version of you, or say I'm better than you, I know more people than you. Hell, I may as well think about Rosa Parks now, because I'm thinking about so many people who were technically social justice warriors in their own right. However, when I think of a person who is a social justice warrior and I look at the newest generation, I say it couldn't have been that bad, have they? They couldn't have done that much provocation, have they? But unfortunately, you have. You've provoked so many people in your lifetime that it's just embarrassing. And now, when I look at social justice now, there's no such thing. It's just social injustice. And unfortunately, you keep on touching and touching and touching everything you got and turning it into shit. You have the opposite of the Midas touch. Whereas some people will have the Midas touch, will have the Midas thoughts, will have the Midas type of attitude, where if they act good, they become good, they do good things that can help many others, then they'll have technically the Midas touch. However, your Midas touch, instead of it helping, it corrupts. Instead of it doing good, it corrodes. And most importantly, instead of it doing decent, it will continuously screw others over. So please, oh please, listen to others. And I know it's probably going against your SJW attitude. I know it's probably going against you as a person. However, the first step to admitting flaws is to just admit you have them. Admit you have the problem. That's it. It's not that easy, but hell, I did it. And it should be real simple. Like, for example, I'm a lazy son of a gun sometimes because I don't upload videos or do much of my work. Since me being lazy like that, it really does affect me sometimes. However, it doesn't affect me all the time. See what I'm getting at? Now that's a good example to start off on. But if I had to make one as an SJW or a good SJW, I'd have to say you guys get offended too easily or just start messing with others too easily. They push your buttons for some reason. I don't know how they do it. But the thing is, and this is the thing I have to throw out there. SJWs nowadays and people nowadays are getting way, and I mean way, way too oversensitive. I mean, it's just hilarious seeing that people are oversensitive over certain pieces of content. Like, for example, maybe I could just say the word flower. Now, you're probably thinking you're referring to homosexual people if I said flower. Unfortunately, no. I'm just thinking of a plant. I took a bit of botany, homeschooled botany at the same time of learning some of the stuff I'm teaching some of the stuff to you. However, you're probably thinking all types of things because I just said one word. All right? Flower. Or you could be thinking of baking, which is even better. And I'm glad you're thinking of that. Hell, you could be thinking of a lot of things, and I don't know your mind. But that's what makes us different as humans. You could be thinking the same thing or you could be thinking different things. And that's hilarious because, hell, whatever popped into your mind first, that's your mind. If you're thinking about something funny, then that's your mind. And that's what makes us good as people. Our opinions, our thoughts. Now, as much as I want to keep going on about how your opinion matters and so on, SJWs sometimes don't like the ideas to spread to others. So if you are a person who has great ideas, grand ideas, mind you, and really, really wants to excel with them, then hell, do it. Take a risk. Just don't go crazy here. Along with, there was this other video I saw that really pissed me off in the modern day and age because they denied outright racism from others. They think only white people can be racist. Here's the funny truth about that. Everyone can be. Hell, I heard a fucking Hispanic guy call me out and say, go back to Africa. Now, last time I checked, I heard that's a bit racist. Also, I heard a couple black friends of mine start calling out an Asian because he had squinty eyes and said, go back to Asia and make some rice bowls for us. They said that shit. Unfortunately, that does piss me off, and really does piss me off. I'm no longer friends with those guys because of their racism. Boys are saying black people cannot be racist. Yes, they can. It's very fucking easy. Trust me. It's very fucking easy. Hell, there were black people racist to their own race in the past. But you know what? I'm gonna leave that for you to decide. As hell, hell, I'm basically laughing at you already. And thankfully, you stick this long to watch this entire video and hear all my points. Now, I would like to hear your argument down in the comments. Do not use exclamation points or I will not read it. Trust me. And plus, don't come at me like these cops here. It's very unfortunate because they rushed me.